Of the 3 boss battles included in the first part of the Dragon Isle, the Astral Dragon, the Physical Dragon, and the Shadow Dragon, the Astral Dragon is easily the hardest of the 3 to defeat. And the higher up in rifts you get, the harder it gets to defeat, and yeah, it gets really hard. So in this video I'm going to go over how to easily defeat the Astral Dragon, like what's the fastest way to defeat it, especially as you get into higher rifts when it starts to shield itself. So let's go through what we have. So I'm going to be wearing the pickaxe wand. I'll go over a little bit more on why I'm wearing that later, but it has the spell Peck. It might be weird that I'm wearing this wand because it only has like a 115 power bonus, but it has the spell Peck, which is going to be very handy for us during the battle. So I'm going to describe a little bit more about that in a bit, but that is exactly the wand we will be using. I have the ancient astral relic just in case. You don't really need that with this method, but I'm on Rift 16. So at Rift 16 it has these 3 disadvantages for you, and like these are the same as they are from the beginning, from like Rift 5 when you can battle the Astral Dragon. They're the same, but they just increase in difficulty. So the first one of these is an Astral Shield. The Astral Dragon shields themselves from 2 hits each round. Now it does not start out with 2 hits. When you first start battling the Astral Dragon, it does not shield itself from any hits at all. It says 0. But when you get to about Rift 10, it starts saying shields themselves from 1 hit per round. And now, when we are at Rift 15, I believe, 15 and on, it gets to 2 hits per round. And then when you get to Rift 20 and on, it gets to 3 hits per round. So it certainly gets harder and harder. And this Astral Shield is why we want a spell like Peck to have, because this shield means that you cannot hit the Astral Dragon with a spell while it has its shield up. So in this current situation, it would take 2 hits of doing no damage to take out the Astral Dragon's shield. But that is also accounted for by multi-hit spells. So you want multi-hit spells in order to do as much damage as possible. Of course, it doesn't require that, because you could just use your pets and all that to take out the shield between different turns. But you don't want that, because that means it's just a less damage that you get to actually do to the Astral Dragon before it puts its shield back up. So also, if you lose all of your pets and say you just have your wizard, you want a multi-hit spell, because if you don't, then you'll just be hitting it once and the shield will say never go away. But if you have a 2-hit spell, when it shields itself from 1 hit, and you have a 2-hit spell, then you can take out its shield and do some damage before it puts its shield back up the next turn. And that's also why you want no recharge on your spell. So Peck is very good for this. I definitely recommend it in Pickaxe. The Pickaxe is one of the only wands I think that has it, so you want to use the Pickaxe if possible. That's obtainable by completing Shiverchill Mountains, I believe. But it's also important, you want a 3-hit spell for when you have 2 hits per round, just in case you only have your wizard left, so you can do some damage. And Peck happens to be a 4-hit spell, so when it gets to Rift 20 and it shields itself from 3 hits each round, then you definitely want to use Peck. So highly recommend it. Highly recommend using the Pickaxe for Peck. And there are pets that cast it too, so you can try to find a pet that has it, but I would suggest putting it on your wizard and using stronger spells for your pets. So then we have an advantage for us, which is Bullseye. your team is more likely to hit with their spells by 100%, so there is no chance of a spell missing, which is great in particular for a spell like Peck. Peck has poor accuracy, so it is not that likely to hit, but with the bullseye advantage that you will always have when battling the Astral Dragon, you have a 100% chance of hitting with your spells, so Peck would never miss. Peck is, obviously, I'm telling you, the best spell to be using for this. And then we have a disadvantage, which is Astral Down. Your team's astral spells do less damage by 40%. Don't use astral spells. Use physical spells. Peck is a physical spell. The Astral Dragon is weak to physical. So why would you not want to use physical? Physical is the best element for battling the Astral Dragon. You don't need to use astral spells. You just need to use physical spells. So my suggestion, Peck with the Pickaxe Wand for your wizard, and two pets with powerful physical spells. So, and I'm about to go and choose my two pets that I'm going to use. I'm going to stick with Brumble. It has some very good physical spells, and I'm going to use Shiver Tusk. It also has very good physical spells. So let's do this battle. It should be fairly easy with what we have here.
You're certainly no flash in the pan. Come, wizard. Let us shine brightly together.
Yes, it's a lot easier with what we have right now than what it would be without what we have. So just use these strategies and you should be good. As you see, we have Peck here, and it has no recharge, so again, another reason why it is very good, and it's going to do 4 hits to the physical dragon. We only needed to do 2 to take out its shield, but 4 is great. As you see, we just did over 200 damage to it while taking out its shield for the entire rest of the round, so we can attack with our 2 physical pets. We can use a very powerful physical spell, Smash, with Shiver Tusk, and then we can use another really powerful one with Brumble. Let's see, Wallop, right? We can use that. No, Womp. So there we go, and that's 1 round complete. After this, the Astral Dragon will put its shield back up, so we have to hit it 2 more times in order to take down its shield. But we have a non-rechargeable spell, Peck, or a spell that doesn't need recharging, so you can use that. And if you don't have Peck, just use a spell that is non-rechargeable if possible, and as close to Peck as you can. But Peck is easily the best spell for this, and the wand that has it, the main wand that has it, is pretty easy to obtain. You just have to complete Shiver Chill Mountains, and it is given to you after you place the keystone. So, right, we're getting really good damage on this Astral Dragon. Right, it has 427 hearts left. Yeah, like I said, the battle is a lot easier in the first rifts, but when you get to the rift I'm at right now and higher, it gets really difficult. So this is why you want to use these strategies. It's a lot harder than the physical and Shadow Dragon boss battles. So yes, and also you do need to be careful about try to make sure your pets don't get taken out, because with these physical pets, they're weak to Astral, so Astral will do a lot of damage to it. So if you need to, just restart the battle, and it should just work if you have better luck with that next time. Speaking of luck, I'm not going to have luck here. It's the lucky loot with this, and oh my gosh, there were several of them right there, but of course we only got 50 gold. I know everyone goes through this, and I know you're going through it too, Just be patient and do as many of these as you can, and eventually you will get the gear items. So, I hope this helped you learn how to more easily defeat the Astral Dragon as you get into higher rifts in the Dragon Isle. How far are you in the Dragon Isle, and what do you think about the Astral Dragon and its boss fight? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments